Hi, I'm Claire, and I wanted to talk to you about Nature Connected Neighbourhoods, just to introduce what the project's all about. It's a community project. We're a community interest company, and it's all about creating habitats and wildlife for corridors and bringing together community. So we realised in 2020 that nature and access to green space were really, really important. I used to go and do a lot of nature connection, but going outside to parks and to lots of really interesting places to try and find lots of new and interesting nature to connect with. And what happened during the pandemic was that I realised that I'd kind of neglected the garden and all the nature there. And it was a real revelation. And it was a revelation as well to realise that actually I could do so much actually on my doorstep to help wildlife. And also that our gardens connect those spaces, the parks, the rivers, the spaces that we care so much about that have all that fantastic nature in. And spending so much time in the garden, I came to realise that the wildlife wasn't just in the parks, it's here too. A lot of the birds and bats and hedgehogs and other animals that are around and about are right on the doorstep. Something that the pandemic really highlighted as well was that for a lot of people, that's just not the case, that those parks and green spaces are a lot further away. Lots of people don't have a private outdoor space, or they have a very small private outdoor space, it might be a balcony. And so there's a disparity in access. And the other thing that we all realised was just how important it is to us for our well-being to have access to connect with nature. So this project really has lots of different things. It's very much about cultivating that wonderful connection and sense of community that we've really enjoyed during the pandemic. That people really coming together and don't want that to end. So it is about bringing people back together. It's about really trying to help nature, and particularly in the climate and nature crises. That since 1970, 69% of our wildlife has disappeared. And we really need to halt and reverse those declines for lots of reasons, for the wildlife especially, but actually it has huge implications for human well-being, where our survival depends. Our food security, the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, we all depend on healthy ecosystems, healthy living systems that all play a vital role in sort of various parts in having everything functioning, so that we have food to eat and water to drink and air to breathe. And they also play a key part in combating climate change and preventing things or dealing with things, reducing things like flooding. So wildlife gardening is a hugely powerful tool in that. And it's also very important that we're helping nature to be more mobile. That's not just the animals, it's not just the hedgehogs who do cover a huge area of a night foraging for food. And so the hedgehog highways for hedgehogs and other connectivity for the animals, but also it's important as the climate warms that plants are able to be mobile too, and that means accessible soil so that their seeds can land. They may well need to travel northwards, and if there's concrete and other infrastructure in the way, that's not possible. So I really hope that I'll be able to tell you more about the project and hopefully invite you into our community.